Well, hello everybody and welcome back. We are jumping right on into map number 2 of EHOME taking on TYLOO. A pretty terrible start to the series as EHOME only picked up 6 rounds on map number 1, but here we are on their map pick. This is their best opportunity to get rounds on the board and put TYLOO out. Mirage is up next. We've already seen these two teams play a pretty close game on Mirage, 16-13 in favor of TYLOO. That was earlier on. That was yesterday in round 1. And in the lower bracket final, this is where TYLOO may just get knocked out. Can EHOME do it? They've been on good form today. Does 2 maybe just not their map? We'll find out soon. As over on the T side, TYLOO are starting to angle over towards the B bomb site. Utility already being thrown over. Smokes and flashbangs are in play. And EHOME should find it hard to really do anything about this. Dodging the flashbangs, Howking's able to peek out, but he takes a lot of damage as he does, down to 9 HP, as the bomb's going to be planted successfully on default. The numbers being punched in. Smoke on short, not going to get up to all too much. Molotov up close with a flashbang about to pop high. They're hoping that they'll be able to blind a few players and get in here for some damage. 1-for-1 trades to start things off. Marek's able to pick up a couple at least. Or just a 1, actually, as he swings to the bomb site. Originals in there with more. TYLOO. This is looking good. EHOME on the retake. TYLOO just 1 player left alive, and eventually TYLOO closes it out. A defuse for Original. Grants a 1-0 lead. Is this the final game? It is. Not only is it the final game of the day, the third best of 3 that we're rocking in with, but it's also going to be the last game of the lower bracket. One of these two teams is going to be knocked out. The other will progress on to play Boot in the championship bracket semi-final and then the grand final, in which one of the two teams, MVP or whoever wins the Boot versus one of these teams, will go through to ESL 1 Cologne. Both of those games in the championship bracket will happen tomorrow. For now, we are sat here chilling, watching EHOME take a 1-0 victory. Now, you also have to remember, like I said, it was a very one-sided map number 1 to TYLOO. Even more so than the last time these teams played. A pause comes through from TYLOO. And you could think it's a tactical. Sure. But I'm going to assume... bear with me on this one. It's a little bit crazy. But I think it might be a technical. We got 2 players left on the T side. They bailed. They're out of here. Not too happy about how that pistol round went, obviously. Summer moving with a controller. He's moving at the same speed around. Is that hacks? No, you can bind... You can make it bind the turns for you. But it turns at a very terrible speed. Very slow. You couldn't really play with it. It would be like playing with a controller, which I tried maybe twice. Worst decision of my life. And man, oh man, it is a beautiful day. Outside, but I haven't been outside just yet. Antiteros. Thank you, man. But I've actually got I have a co-caster. He's doing the American stream, actually on this channel as well, a little bit later on. But for the qualifiers for any IEM series, we always do solo casts. That's what's... It's been the way of ESL for quite a while. That's still what they're rolling with. Because it's all about the main event, or the B streams. Two players disconnecting is a tactical move. Louis on it. Louis the big brain coach. This man has coached competitive teams at every single level. Louis 6321, remember the name. Push coming forward over towards the A bomb side, and okay, this is looking pretty good for TYLOO. Never mind. That's how you curse something. TYLOO is taken out. He's taken out 3 opponents in the space of just a second. And EHOME now 2-0 up. TYLOO took the Deagles, but they still have money to get the AK-47s in after getting the bomb plant. Maybe they disconnected so they could tab out and open Microsoft Calculator. Figure out exactly what they could invest into the previous round. TYLOO keeps going. That's 4 in a row kills. He's got 5 kills in a row. The last 3 of the previous round. But this time it's up against Rifles as he just claims connector for himself. TYLOO is on fire, and this is the kind of thing where you get scared when EHOME have Tay playing hot. TYLOO, but it looks like the Tay is being poured fresh straight into the cup. It's steaming. It's hot. Nothing here to cool it down. As TYLOO are going to attempt to pick up that bomb. They'll succeed. Nobody's too worried about it. And in fact, everybody down towards the B bomb site. Even though they know the bomb is dropped up towards A. So a small rotation begins. They come down connector. Marek is there for 1. Doesn't get the second. Summer has a decision, and he decides to go to B. This is the right place to go. Just because TYLOO is not there. There's only 1 player as well. He's going back up. He's walking right into the hands of Tay. Does he even go long? Does he go towards How King? No, he doesn't. He's going to challenge the legendary Tay with 20 seconds left on the clock. Tay rotates back down. He's left the bomb site. Is he scared? No. He's got a flanker coming in. How King's coming up. Looking for the kill. Bomb plant attempt is going to be denied. No time anymore. TYLOO has been eliminated. A feat that many players fail at. And Summer looks to actually save that weapon over. He does, indeed. Successfully in the C despawn. Not the place I thought that would go down. TYLOO have got 4 CZs, an AK on Summer, the hero rifle from saving it over in the previous round, and let's see what they can do with it. As the push looks to be coming over towards the B bomb site, at least that's where Summer is sitting for now. Sitting pretty, but not sitting pretty on rounds. TYLOO have already given quite a bit over to EHOME. The boost is going to come through, and look at this. It's pixel walking. There is a ledge there. As he's peeking over, Summer is trying to catch an angle, but cannot quite see anybody. Now EHOME, holding down with 3 players towards the B bomb site, are about to be challenged. Do they check close right where Lamplight's holding down? It doesn't look like it as he's able to pick up 1. Marek is on the bomb site. How King with 2. Marek from CT picked up another. And again, some TYLOO players DCing. As EHOME come into this 4-0. A deagle in the hands of somebody. Or a CZ in the hands of somebody. As he's bailing on out of there. Again, I don't really understand this decision. Oh, no, sorry. Never mind. Never mind. He's gone for the bomb plant. I thought time was on 19, not 29. So I was going to say, like, he doesn't need to save this. He tries to fake towards A, but there's still 3 players here as he pushes on forward. So he's taken down. Yeah, had he been going for a save there, that would have been really dumb. Because he'd have no money for this round, but that's not the case. So, what I'm going to do is throw things to a pause screen simply because this might actually be more of a technical issue than you would imagine. Never mind, okay. So that's unusual. The server actually records that you lost the previous round. So, okay, to explain, what sometimes happens is you see attacker left the server, but he left before the round ended. So sometimes it doesn't give him the extra money. And when he rejoins, he loses the money. He has no money or whatever he would have died with in the previous round, but no loss bonus. Never mind, though, because evidently that is not the case here. We come into the round, and TYLOO have found themselves the AK-47s, the util, the armor. We don't know where the other player is. We're waiting for him. But yeah, no, so I thought what was going to happen was that he was going to come in with no money. We'd have to do a really complicated reset on the round and then have the kills attributed to the right people, and then it's super complicated, but no. It works fine. I assume that's some sort of extension of Match Medic. I don't know. I've been at a tournament before where that didn't happen and it was super awkward. But we planned for everything here. Summer's going to be taking out a Galil, everybody else on the AK-47s. EHOME, though, have secured themselves a decent economy. They're not looking too bad if they lose this round. Now, investing into the AWP has cost them a little bit, but you can see it's already getting the reward. As Original comes in with an opening kill and bails down long. TYLOO are looking to push towards the B bomb site, where things could get a little bit awkward. There are 2 players currently sat here, with 1 in CT. Mark throwing a smoke over. I followed at that time. Brave move. Head peek and he spots out nobody on the jump peek. Bail back over towards the CT spawn. Spamming on through the wood. Okay, he aggresses to be on the other side of the smoke. He wants to be useful as they push on forward. But TYLOO taking their time. They're not fully executing just yet. Execute's been spotted in Monster. Flashbang goes over. That's brave to stand in the open and throw that flash. Marek able to pick up 2 as Howking gets a wall bang onto Bentet. And it's all Execute. They know exactly where he is. His flashbang assist didn't do too much. And TYLOO now down 5-0. There's still time for them to come back into this, but not in the next round. That should be EHOME's victory. We should be going over 5-0. Probably 6-0 then. Although as he saves the 8K, they'll probably buy up a couple pistols and give it a good shot in the next round. So far, though, these buy rounds have just been so bad for TYLOO. Oh, he even loses the AK. Surely that wasn't after time. Could have been very awkward. If he waited just a little bit longer to push in, I think he probably could have caught him after time because he was running back over towards Con. But a pause comes through from TYLOO, who should just be taking a couple pistols and armor. And I can't help but feel with the players disconnecting, they obviously feel like something's off with their internet. Maybe some sort of a routing issue, which has got to be pretty difficult to play with. So they've decided to go for the buy, and with very little utility, I'm not too sure how I feel about that. So a little bit of short control being sought after. But at the moment you can see EHOME have got their economy secure. They've got a lot of money built up. TYLOO, although they've got short control, they have no other control over the map. EHOME are happy that they're relatively safe down towards B after spotting a little bit of info every now and then. So they've left a 3-man stack towards A. Sees aggressive long control, which could be very dangerous. Somebody's up close, and he catches one off. Swing out for the second, but Marek is able to win that fight, putting them into a 2-man advantage on the back of Original's AWP pick as well. Swinging out for even more. He keeps on going, keeps on giving, and it's a 1 versus 2 into a 1 versus 0. As Original solo holds that bomb site. 4 players left alive over on the CT side. I gotta say, this really surprising. Original hitting all those shots with the AWP, peeking out. He peeks out onto short. You can see there were 2 players there. Peeks out 1v2 in that fight. Boom. It's the shot back into safety. And the fact that TYLOO aren't able to trade him out at all, aren't able to use utility because they didn't buy any utility because they'd already forced up so heavily. It's disappointing. Able to walk away with so much. TYLOO holding down on short, ready to take one shot onto Excurate and then fall back, you would hope. Sticks around toilets, knowing they're on a weaker buy. You don't really want to be messing around with that. 5 versus 4. TYLOO have got a couple pistols in play still, obviously, like we said, which is why I'm so surprised that TYLOO is sticking around. I mean, they know this. They know this is a weak buy. TYLOO finds one, but on the retreat, he's going to be challenged by 2 pistols. Not able to win out that fight, and Original goes down low as well. He's going to be taken out. Attacker's already found 2. This is looking fantastic. TYLOO coming in with just the pistols. Surely this isn't the round they win, but it's looking like it might just be. Bantet's picked up an AUG! A second kill! They walk into his bullets! How King tries to pull it back, but how can he do this? The king of clutches, perhaps, if he can win this one, as Bantet goes down, and AWP on somebody still has to plant the bomb. Somebody creeping around. He's already on the truck. How King is aware of it. Sees him. Oh, but the 1D hit! As he ducked down below the dumpster, somebody was able to line up the shot with a deagle, wait for him to peek back up, and boom! Off goes his head. 6-1. TYLOO win the pistol round. What is that? Hey, Pyro, what's up, dude? Don't flatter me. Come on, you're making me blush. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong, but you're making me blush. And he's right, guys. This is a rerun sponsored by Live. TYLOO versus EHOME. Happening live right now. A rerun, though. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Don't check HLTV. Just take his word for it. Attacker opens things up. Damage being done over towards TYLOO, though. He's already down to 1 HP after his opening fight. Oh, Barak, if that Molotov spread a little bit further. That spray down so close for somebody. But he's not able to land it. And 4v4 with 2 players low HP, 1 on each team. This could certainly get spicy. EHOME spread out, 2-2 setup. Actually, where's... How? Yeah, okay, I thought he could have been in heaven for a second there. Just based on the little dot position. But no, you can see he's not. So, low HP on Marek as the push comes over towards the B bomb site. Flashbang going to be hit. This could be dangerous. Doesn't actually land all the way! That costs EHOME everything! The flashbang is slightly too shallow. It doesn't blind anybody in the tunnel, and so they peek out into a fully aware T-side, good spacing, able to shoot past each other and find the kills as EHOME come down to try and find what little they can. And I mean, Excurate and Attacker have 3 HP between them. If they had have died in their respective combat, this probably would be a retake attempt, but EHOME, they don't know the HP of their opponents. They just see, okay, it's a 2v4. We can't go for this. We need to save the economy over. Because both Original and TYLOO are pretty low on economy, and they could really use a drop in the next round to get a full stacked up buy. TYLOO at this point, they're looking good. 2 on the board. If they win the next, it's probably 6-4. And that's a perfect position for them. Moving on into round number 9. EHOME sitting towards the B tunnels. Trying to get a little bit of a peek. Trying to get a little bit frisky. But Summer's not giving them anything. As TYLOO start to gear up towards a little bit of short control, they haven't yet run into much. They maybe suspect that this passive hold means there's an AWP in play towards the A bomb site, and so they will have to expend a lot of utility to close in on it. Now that is pretty accurate. Original has rotated up towards A. That's why there's no control over short. They're going to allow him to try to take the ranged battles. And TYLOO slowly but surely inching their way towards long. Have peeked out. Watch out for one. It's TYLOO down already. Towards the bomb site, though, the AWP of Original starting to get some work done. Already taking down somebody. Looking for a little bit more. Attacker pushes straight through, though. One on the board. Swinging towards Bank where he knows the AWP is. And now this is really awkward for Original. The bomb is planted for short. Attacker's able to get out of there. Original misses the shot, and it costs him his life. With howking and Lamplight left alive, 2v4 retake. Bomb planted for short. I mean, it's probably time to save again, as bad as it may be. But they want to go for it, and it's going to cost them everything as Summer rips them apart with a quick push towards Bank. It's 6-3. No money left for EHOME. This should be 6-4. TYLOO come in here with a full economy. And I mean, EHOME, realistically, only a couple pistols, no armor on anybody except for howking. So how can they win this round? Well, it's going to rely on catching a lot of players off guard. The 4 players they've got left alive. EHOME going to try to set some traps. Some close range fights that they hope to win out. You can already see TYLOO up close on long, but they're not offering close range angles. Swinging around long. Swinging around wide, I should say. Towards the bomb site itself, Marek spots one. Good damage dealt, actually, but not able to follow it through with the kill. With low HP, Attacker was in a little bit of danger. But somebody takes one out on short, leaving only Lamplight. 1v5. Not too likely that he connects this either. He's This is actually a decent attempt because he knows he's dead, but he's trying to drag them close enough that the bomb actually takes them down. And a pretty smart plan, I suppose, to at least remove one weapon so he doesn't even have to fight them to do it. It's a good trade, $500 for a kill. Only loses the F57. As we look towards EHOME with a full buy, Original has got his AWP out. They're almost caught out, but the push over towards Monster, and indeed the kills actually go the way of TYLOO. Sure, into a 3v3, but low HP on Bentet should make it easy with an AWP. It doesn't matter if you're low or not. They're going to try to attempt a bomb plant, but you see the problem here is the attempt on... Okay, the problem here is nades and guns being shot through the smoke. That's the real problem. I was going to say, even attempting that when you've got 2 players up close... One probably isn't enough to cover him. Because they would just push through short and water to at least find one of you. And then the bomb planter obviously not going to be able to answer back, so they can eliminate him. On 7-4, EHOME at least secure another round on the board, but TYLOO only really need to win one more, because if they win this round here, for example, they're going to be walking on into an eco in the next one, so it should be 6 rounds secured, and already that puts them in a decent position on the T side to capitalize on a little bit more later on. Well, a very slow round developing as TYLOO is holding down towards long. Chilling out, but he hears a little bit of information as they start to inch forward. This could get scary. Bomb dropped as well, but if he try... Oh, no, Excurate. What is he doing? He's jumping by. TYLOO is just about spotted him out. And as he runs away, I think Tay is going to assume this is clear to push. Now is about the right time to do so. Why did he jump? He just jumped. He's giving away his position. They know he's here at this point, and he's going to be taken down by Attacker. I mean, a very weird time to just decide to jump. I don't really get it. Maybe a bit of a mouse wheel issue. Definitely didn't make any tactical sense. As we come over to the B bomb site, where TYLOO are attempting to make a push come to fruition. Original and Lamplight are both low, but you can see Bentet and somebody have certainly had better days. Flashbang over towards water will allow the push to come out from Bentet, but Lamplight on the bomb site itself picks up one. He's looking towards Monster for another, but he's not going to find it there. As a Molotov goes to water, the bomb plant may be possible. Only 10 seconds left, though. They've got to get on the site soon. One kill on the board. Bentet returns it. He's low HP. 1v2. No time. Has to find both kills, and he can't. Getting out of there with an AWP. Definitely the right call. And he shouldn't be able to be hunted down. Leaving them over into a situation where they can definitely buy and TYLOO get a free AWP. So they'll be happy with that. But EHOME have at least secured another round. Taking severe losses, though, keeps their economy modest. And the ability for TYLOO to connect 2 consecutive rounds is still very much in play. Let's see what's going to be happening on 8-4. TYLOO start to make their way towards A, but the thing is, EHOME have got this on lockdown. Aggressive hold with the AWP. Original is able to pick up one from a boosted up position. On the back of that, you're going to see TYLOO attempting to recover from a man disadvantage. With Excurate on the AWP, they're relying on his aggressive opping to pull them through. It might not be so easy, though. As Original still in play towards long, has just about spotted one player jump throwing a nade. He's smoked off at this point, though. So he shouldn't be able to get up to all too much. At least not for a little bit longer. Okay. There we go. The boost eventually going to come up over for Excurate, who's attempting to find an angle onto one of these players. This is such a nice boost, but as the smoke dissipates over towards long, they know they have to give up on it. Pushing down long the conventional way. Excurate holding for any peek to come through from an upper. As Summer finds one over towards the B bomb site, he's very quickly dealt with. The push coming forward. Somebody isn't checking over towards Truck, where a nade, a Molotov had gone in, but a smoke was popped just seconds later. Bentet! Oh, the lineup was almost there. Original on 2 kills. And with 7 seconds left, this round is almost over. 1v2. Excurate's got the bomb planted. He could pull this off. Flashbang goes over to allow him to retreat over towards toilets, and he actually makes it up behind the wall. Just holding on now. He's got time on his side. Just needs to make sure they can't defuse stealthily. He's eventually going to be baited into peeking by the fake defuses. Pros don't fake. He goes for it. Finds one. It's not the bomb diffuser. Original scopes in, but no chance. Excurate's there with the double. The time was so low, and as they went for the defuse, he swings out and finishes out the round. EHOME have no money. And this is a devastating situation. TYLOO have probably claimed themselves a 6th on the board in what should have been the end of the round. Somehow Excurate is able to pull off that 1v2 after getting the bomb planted and just retreating to short. Everything, at every single step of the way, the odds were against him. As we come on into round number 14, it's the second last round, and EHOME have decided to go for an eco. This means more than likely TYLOO will be able to walk away with another round of the board. More rounds for TYLOO certainly isn't what EHOME need to be giving over, but they have no choice really. I think it's the correct economic decision. AWP not connecting too much, and Excurate shouldn't feature too heavily in this round. Realistically, the rest of the rifles are what you're looking at. AK-47's coming in to try and connect some kills, as the op against pistols tends to not go too well. Utility usage over towards the A bomb side. Flash goes through. Molotov, but it's all just a fake. As TYLOO do want to focus towards B. As it's going to be found out just now as Attacker makes a push on forward, already landing one kill. The Deagle on Lamplight, looking to connect even more, but he's not able to find a single frag, leaving TYLOO as a heavy advantage. And okay, Marek goes down, so too does Original. Decent damage by the pistols to at least return one onto somebody. By dropping him, it means a small bit of reinvestment comes through, but the problem is that TYLOO, unless they lost kind of 3 players there. No, even 2 players. If they lost one more... Never mind, yeah, 3 players. So, if they had lost 3 players there, they would have a weaker weapon in this round. But as they didn't, they're easily able to buy back up. And if they had lost one more, Summer would have been able to drop. So it wouldn't have been the worst situation in the world. Push comes out, and a second kill going to be found for the CT side as Howking goes down towards Monster and trades out his teammate. You got to be careful though, as somebody up on top of the sandbags is going to be taken down. Attacker returns the frag though, and the T's consistently able to pull themselves back into it. The flank though could be the nail in the coffin. TYLOO comes up behind. Attacker has no idea as he's about to be taken out from the back. TYLOO comes... Oh, don't peek with the nade! Obviously, his teammate was going to be ready for you to be there. And that's an awkward spot. Eight to 7 as we close out the half. And you got to look towards EHOME with a little bit of favor. They've gotten themselves a pretty good half on the board. Compared to what I guess we kind of expected. 8 rounds CT side. It's a lot better than what they did over on Dust. But by a little bit of favor, I mean, maybe they've gone from a 10% chance to a 12. TYLOO have just had themselves a fantastic time. Connecting so many rounds on the terrorist side puts them in a position where realistically, it'll be hard to lose. Despite the fact that this is the map pick of EHOME, despite the fact that EHOME have come into this a series as an underdog, and indeed the series when we started out, the whole qualifier, they managed to obviously take it at the start. It was on a the very beginning, first game, what was it, 16-13 map 2? After a 16-8 map 1. They come in here 16-6 map 1. And they've already guaranteed themselves better than a 16-8. At least if they can connect one more round, which I hope they can on the T side. But no, it's hard to see a way for EHOME back in. I'm trying to find any positives for them. The T sides looked better on Mirage, definitely, than on Dust. Both times they've played Dust. But Overpass, obviously, a map that's going to be a lot less forgiving to a T side than Mirage or Dust would be. They've got TYLOO playing pretty well, but it doesn't seem to be enough to carry the rest of the team forward. Marek, or well, Original on the T side looks pretty good on the AWP. But yeah, I don't see a way, and I think this is going to be TYLOO closing it out. Probably double digits for EHOME. Maybe like 16-12 at best, but it'll be a hard one. I really hope that they can prove me wrong. I really hope that they can get the rounds of the board to at least bring us to a third map. I'd love to see another Mirage between these two teams, but it looks like their map pick may have been a little bit flawed as we come on into it. 8-7. TYLOO have got a little bit of a sneaky beaky play, but it's caught out. Somebody's already going to be eliminated. Attacker coming in with 1. He's looking for more on the defense. It's only down to a 4v4 already. Somewhere on the long range is able to pick them up with the USP, but hold on. Original's still around here. Glock in hand and finding some kills. Marek comes up the ramp, going over towards water. He's trying to find anything, but TYLOO grouping up at this point. They're trying to take things as a team fight, and in a 3v2, all they have to do is trade one by one. They don't even need to trade. Nobody goes down. Eight to 8. TYLOO went out the pistol round. And at this point, it should be a decent enough spot for them to bring it over to a 9th on the board as EHOME go for the eco, and this has been pretty typical of EHOME in general. There was the small comeback for EHOME, so I think maybe that's going to be a bit of an advantage, that they're coming in here at least with a little bit of confidence. But that's the best positive I can find for them right now. Connecting a couple of consecutive rounds. Really, they need to show me that they can do it. They need to show us that they're worthy of this rematch up against TYLOO, and that it shouldn't just have been left as it was before. Like we said, day 1 they played each other 16-8, 16-13, both in favor of TYLOO. It was Dust 2, which just recently was played, even more impactful, more one-sided for TYLOO. And then the other was Mirage, 16-13. And for now, things are looking a bit more one-sided for TYLOO this time. USP out, double kill for Xskirt. He's looking for more, lands a headshot, and then eventually be taken down. Not the worst in the world, but they could have done without losing an extra player. Ew, the bomb just about gets planted. That's a little bit awkward as somebody comes back in with the UMP just a second too late. Not even a second. Fraction of a second. Original team damage TYLOO, but it doesn't matter. He gets taken down by the UMP. Would have been dead no matter what, pretty much. TYLOO have bought themselves up 2 SMGs and AUGs upgraded elsewhere. EHOME, on the other hand, come into this with 4 AKs and an AWP. This is a really important round for them. They need to stop TYLOO where they are. The progress has just been too staggering for the CT side at the moment, and they're already one map up. To avoid giving them over 2-0, this is probably one of their best shots. One of their best opportunities to get it done, to get it on the board. AWP coming in. It's original. That smoke stops him from really peeking too much. Oh, lordy lord. A wall bang through his teammate. Thankfully, there is a team damage multiplier of, like, decreases the damage. So TYLOO survives. Wrong place, wrong time. Bomb plant going down as Marek should bail out over towards toilets. And this is going to be a save from TYLOO. Not too surprising, really. Saving in this situation is what they need to do. But it just, again, EHOME with a round on the board, surviving with all 5 players, is always going to give them a little bit of an edge in that they build up their economy. At most, TYLOO will get 1 free round if they win. If they win the next one, that is. They should come home with a decent buy. Somebody will be able to drop over a weapon. As in this guy right here. But he only has a UMP in hand, so still a small bit of a disadvantage to play with. As EHOME have obviously secured themselves AKs, AWP, and money to buy if they lose a round. Summer's in there with one on the AUG. They know where he is, but they're still going to wrap over just straight in front of him and try to take the fight. It works out, but do they know that over in the corner is going to be Bentet? He's got an MP9, and he's waiting for them to push on through. That smoke actually deters them, so it creates problems for Bentet. When he goes out for a peek, he's spotted now, has to kind of fall back. You don't want to be taking that fight with an MP9. Bails on out of there. And into a 4v4, this definitely looks good for EHOME. Attackers holding down over towards the B bomb site. Somebody's actually on a very ballsy flank. I don't think he's going to wrap towards A, though. I think he's going to go straight down to B by the looks of things, and indeed he is, with full rotations as well. Utility already being deployed. TYLOO are ready to hold down this bomb site. Molotov doesn't land over towards barrels. The flank comes in. Somebody's able to pick up one. He's looking for a little bit more. And he's eventually going to be granted as they re-peek to take the bomb. It's not going to happen. Attacker gets 2, somebody as well, and that's 10-9. TYLOO doing well in the round that they come into with just a UMP and the AUGs. Only one small disadvantage, or an MP9 rather. And again, they're going to continue with the same kind of buy. Four v3 EHOME come into this bomb site. Plant is going to go down. And okay, taking a look at TYLOO at the moment, they're pushing back for the retake. They've got a 3v3. Bentet's trying to come in with an MP9, upgrades to an AUG, which is obviously going to give him a little bit of an advantage. But as he does so, Summer's going to fall down. X-Curate actually going to be good for 1 alongside Bentet. Now it's a 2v1, a little bit more winnable. They know the last player should be over towards the short area. Smokes go down everywhere. X-Curate's already pretty low HP. Jumps up on top of the box to avoid being spammed away. And how King... Oh, he finds the kill. Now he knows the bomb diffuser's dead, even though he wasn't defusing at that point. Is there time? Is there time? That's very close. I think he's just about caught it. Oh my. 11-9. That's about as close as they get. $11-9. TYLOO coming in with a round that allows a bomb plant for EHOME, and so a little bit of extra economy going to be bought up. But the thing is, are EHOME going to be able to maintain any form of damage over the TYLOO economy with this buy? If they're not able to do so, TYLOO will be able to build up a decent economy, get themselves the buy rounds, even if they lose one. So it's important that EHOME at least find 1 or 2 kills. Failing that, things will get very problematic. Up shot for Execute connects. He bails back, working around these toilets. It's one of the favorite angles for an AWP player to work from. Molotov goes in towards toilets, allowing him to fall back. Up shot connected for Execute. And there we go. 12-9. Another round on the board. TYLOO start to build them up. Or continue to build them up, I should say. Early on here, TYLOO have got themselves an MP9 on the board for attacker. It's not ideal. It's not the best weapon to be working with, but it keeps their economy kind of leveled out a little bit. So if they lose this round, they'll still be able to get a decent full buy. Playing it as sort of a bonus, but not really. And up 12-9, I mean, EHOME really need to come back into this soon. They're just not winning out these rounds. Even when they get close, even when they've got a 1v1 with like 10 seconds left, they're losing the round. Three players down towards the B bomb site. 2 on A. They're leaving Execute all by his lonesome to hold on. That's not necessarily going to be the easiest of affairs. TYLOO takes him down straight away just to prove the point, but somebody grabs a trade, losing a lot of HP in the process. Flashbang over towards toilets. They're attempting to slow down this push. You have only one lone defender on A at the moment, and it's Benset. He's on long. Original's coming in with the peak on the AWP, and he wins that fight every time. Man advantage goes over into the T side, but not for too long, as Summer is just sat on the truck. He's found 3. He keeps on going, and eventually Attacker with the MP9 actually misses the shots. Even though Original is super low, he's not finding the kills. Eventually, Summer finishes it off, though, with a 4th on the board. And what a round it coming through. 3 left for TYLOO to close this out. Yes, this is Mitch. And how is this caster still casting? I'm on the verge of death. That's how. It has been a hella long day. 8 hours. I think we had like a 40-minute break at one point, so that was actually okay. But I think we did like 5 hours straight. We did a best of 3 that ran for 4 hours. Jumped straight into the next map of a game that was already ongoing. And that brought us around 5.5 hours or so. So yeah. How? I don't know. A lot of tea. A lot of water. That's pretty much it. Actually out of water, which is pretty sad. Into 13-9. EHOME have decided on the back of a pause to just take a few pistols. We got a small bit of util as well coming through. But really, they're aiming towards the next round, hoping to do some damage here. Ventet's not allowing it, as he's just going to bail on back over towards the A-bomb site. Oh, that's very risky, though. Somebody makes a step up close, and Marek knows exactly what's going down. Nice shots by Attacker. There's another on the board as well. 14-9. Here's the full buy for EHOME, though. The one that matters. 5 hours no food. Yeah, dude. We, so I missed. There's a lot of people interested in whether I ate. So yeah, I didn't have breakfast. I think I ate around just before this game started, so around like 1:30 p.m. I had 2 ham and cheese jambon that I put in the oven because we had a 40-minute break, so I was just about able to cook them, which was good. That'll tide me over. We're only going till the end of this, but the looks of it could be pretty soon. I mean, if EHOME don't win this round, it's pretty much over. They've got barely any money. They would be on like pistols and some amount of might have had some cheese. That's so unlucky for Attacker. The flashbang pops as soon as he jumps up on top. Still able to walk away with the kill. Summer as well. That's a 2-man advantage with barely any HP returned for EHOME. Nice shot by somebody. And EHOME are being pulled apart, torn apart. Bit by bit, second by second. Marek's down to 6 HP. And he gets opt. Why not? As the last player runs on out, Attacker's there to finish it off. 4 HP on the board, but he doesn't give a damn. A 2-piece for him and for somebody as it's 15-9, and this could very, very well be the end. Whoa, what's up with the lighting? Is that just on one player? What the hell is up? The lighting is crazy from that angle. I don't know what's happening there. I don't know if that's just on my monitor. I'm just gonna stick on anybody else. Hold on, we just flick back. Is it the whole map or just that? Yeah. It seems so much different. I don't know why that is, but let's swing on into things. 15-9. TYLOO are feeling pretty good about themselves. They're on the verge of victory. On ESL now. Well, that's we. ESL now. As it comes in to what they just need one more round. Bentet takes one down. That's Marek. Already going to be eliminated straight through the smoke. It's hard to see a way back for EHOME at this point. They still need to win another map after this. Even if they make this comeback happen, bring it to an overtime, win this map, they still have to go one more time, and it's Mirage, where they've lost before. They've had some great games, especially the last one up against Vici, but right now it does look like things may be drawing to a conclusion. Long control is going to be sought after. You've still got Lamplight sitting over towards Connector. Oh yeah, it looks okay there. It's something to do with my monitor. I don't know why that lighting was weird. The push coming over towards the A-bomb site. Down goes Lamplight. TYLOO trying to get something done here. Misses the shots. He's taken down from short rather. And Excurate comes in with a third kill in the round. And that's it. It's all over. 16-9 as we finish things off.